All right. There it is. Hot. I need some hot tea. Oh, look what I have. Just so happens. That's good. Gains a bit up. There we go. How nice. Oh, hello, internet. Today was an interesting day. Got let down at work, as usual. Sat here the whole time, as usual. I've been digging a hole in the yard. What do you want, Parm? What do you want? Look at it. Hi. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Oh, sweetheart. What a champion. Champion lover boy. That's who you are. This is a good boy. Alright, let's kick it down. Put it there. Oh my god. Fucking Ron Jeremy got y'all. It happened. Did you see this? See the news? It's over for Ron Jeremy. He's done for. Can't believe it. I mean, I can actually. I'm not at all surprised. Ron Jeremy absolutely did every single thing that he's accused of. Who could possibly be surprised? In fact, I'm going to change the stream title to Ron Jeremy Guilty. No, because then that's going to imply that I'm Ron Jeremy, like Ron Jeremy levels of guilty. Not going to do that. But he is guilty, though. He really did that shit. Alright, so let's go to Science and Technology. And I'm going to go to Duck Soup Microscopy. Delicious. Hey, Mama Bon Bon. How's it going? Welcome. We're going to look at some tiny stuff in the microscope tonight. And then I'm going to play a really fun adventure storytelling game called Road 96. And I'm going in blind, too, so that'll be fun. How are you doing? What's new? Good.
Thanks for the lovely tea.
She's got her headphones on. It's so loud in her head. You're welcome. I made Lady Grey tea for Lady Grey over there. She didn't hear it, but she would laugh if she did hear it. Oh, a big sip of my. All right, let's look in a jar. This one's pretty interesting. There are lots of things floating around in there. Let's do this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See? I've been digging a hole in my backyard because I want to have a water feature. Like I want to make my own pond so I can kind of culture my own algae and all that stuff. And so I'm going to dig a very modest water feature in the backyard there. It's going to be good. I'm excited. Okay, let's get a relatively clean pipette here. And we'll take a peek. There's so many little things in there, but there's also worms, other bigger stuff. I'm going to do 2 slides here. We're going to have a clear drop, so we can kind of get a look at what's going into one single drop. Ooh, breakfast smoothie. Oh, delicious. I love a breakfast smoothie. Alright, I'm going to let this slide settle a bit because this one has more junk in it. What's in your breakfast smoothie? I like mine with a lot of good yogurt in there. There's a very fine silt that is slowly descending down the water column as I distribute it. So we're going to put that in a drop right here. So I want to have 3 distinct little microcultures from inside of here. So here we go. There's a bunch of this algae climbing up as well. We'll get a drop of that. There it is. Oh, my jar breakfast smoothie. I can't tell you the number of times I've almost drank one of these jars, Mama Bon Bon, as I'm like reaching for my tea or and I grab a jar instead. Oof. Thanks for the follow, Haas. How come that didn't set off a alert? You also follow. 12 minutes ago you sent me another follow with a different account. Say what's up in chat. Otherwise, you sus. Because that's peculiar. I didn't catch the first one 12 minutes ago. Mas peculiar. Don't drink the jar, Mama Bon Bon. I'll put it in a smoothie, though, if you really want. Alright, there should be some interesting bacterial things going on in here, too. I'm going to take what we have on the slide right now. We have 3 different sets of stuff from inside of here, so let's see what we get. Alright. We're going to start with the clear water drop. And here we are. There's the bacteria we were expecting, swimming everywhere. And there's a ciliate there. Sorry for my squeaky chair. Pretty good. Let's see what other kind of fun little guys we can find in here. These little clusters of like dark mass there, I think, are deposits from the little bacterial colonies. I think. I'm not a microbiologist. No. There's a lot of them. And they only turn up when there's lots of these little clouds of bacteria. So this was what I thought was a... Oh my god, it's a penis. Oh my god. Excuse you, lewd. I gotta take a picture of that one. Alright, we're gonna center the penis. Babe. Babe, babe, babe. It's a penis.
That's so cute.
Isn't it? Gotcha in 4K. That's a bloody good penis. I'm so glad that we caught that penis. A bacterial penis. I'm going to show that to the whole internet after this stream. You know what? Actually, no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this live. Look. We're going to do this live. I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to save as. I'm going to just stick it in my downloads folder. Back penis. Okay. I'm going to pop into Twitter. And I'm going to go like, wait a minute. I'm going to retweet Science Fellowship's quote tweet with an image. Be like, for real, live now, and I just found this in my duck soup. Get in here. Heart. Behind the scenes. Live tweeting. There you go. Alright, back to business. Thank you to the Knowledge Fellowship for putting me on your little auto tweet list. I feel bad because a lot of times I'm not streaming science content when I get that shout out. But every time I go live, TKF hits me with this in their business. So thanks to TKF. Appreciate you doing what you do and everything for SciComm. What up, Studio Cornix? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in. This is some old duck soup from, I think this is from Lily Pond or Turtle Pond, one of the two by the Sac Zoo. And you can't quite make it out in camera, but right now there's these columns of biofilm that are just descending inside of the volume of the jar. And what I'm thinking that biofilm is not just the bacteria, but also these little deposits that they leave everywhere, which they tend to collect near the periphery. Oh, come back. Where'd we go? That's a little guy. There's a few. These sort of dark, massy collections here. I think those are deposits. Kind of like little, I think of them as little baby stromatolites. Because look here, you can see these bacteria are residing in this little clump. And they leave behind a film. See those all the time? Yeah. Cool. I don't know if these are filamentous structures here related in any way, because they seem to be around as well, but I'm not sure how well you can see that. I think it's coming through. Here is a, ooh, is that a Nietzschea? Not even a pseudonychia. Definitely not a pseudonychia. I think that's a Nietzschea diatom here. Hey, Constababble. Hi, welcome. I did say filamentous structure, as a matter of fact. Thank you for coming through. So good to see you. How's things? Right now we're just looking at some old duck soup. It's been sitting in a jar here, isolated from its ecosystem for, months now. That looks like a little piece of a Daphnia, maybe. No, not a Daphnia. That's crustacean. So it'd be maybe an ostracod or, not sure. Things are good. Hey, I know that whole vibe. I was saying earlier, I've been digging a hole in my yard. I'm gonna create a modest water feature back there, so I can grow and culture my own algae and things. I think that'll be fun. Maybe put a couple of carp in there. I think that's enough of our clear sample here. I know, digging a hole. All right, we're going to jump the pond. So with this sample that we've just been looking at, I just drew with my pipette right in the middle of the
Is this how
volume.
you go deer hunting, babe?
Oh, hold on. She's watching Downton Abbey.
Is that how you go deer hunting?
They're laying in the... Well, I don't know. I've never gone deer hunting in the moors.
You gotta lay down, though.
Probably, yeah. I mean, they have vision. They look for predators. Typically, like in the Sierra Nevada, when you deer hunt, you sit in a blind, natural or man-made, and then you wait for the deer to come through. Or you watch in a place where you know that they nest or graze, and you wait for them to come in. So I don't know how they do it in Scotland.
Looks like they crawl on the ground a bit.
Looks like they crawl around, yeah. Yes, a modest water feature. Well, these things are so hard to maintain, and I don't want to have like a nightmare. We had a pool for a while. I know what it is to care for water systems. Not that excited at getting into like another 1,000-gallon or so situation, or even several hundred. I'm talking like a 25 to 50-gallon system. Very small. All right, we're jumping over now. So as I was saying, that previous drop was from just a draw from the middle of the volume, and then this one I took the pipette and a little puff and blew up a dust of the surface of the bottom. So this is just the most recent deposits on the bottom of this jar, and as you can see, there's actually a considerable layer of silty deposits on this jar, and all of that is mostly waste. A lot of it is just silt and dirt from the original capture, but a lot of it is the waste of the cumulative life that's been living and eating and pooping and dying in there. So anyways, that's where we're at now, is just the surface deposits. Can you mail silty deposits to me? Constable, I don't know if you are prepared for the cost of mailing something from Australia. I would love to receive something from way over there, though. I'm not prepared to put like my address out there, but you are someone I would trust, so I would like DM you something if you really wanted to. But goodness, I can't imagine the cost. I would be shocked. Prohibitive. Oh, not to mention possibly illegal, I see. Yeah. They wouldn't let me take a sample from my local zoo. I went in there to the Sacramento Zoo and said, hey, would it be possible to get someone like a water sample just from like the Flamingo Lake in the middle? And they thought that was very interesting, and they went inside and talked about it, and they came out and had to decline. They said, no, unfortunately the zoo is actually a private organization, and so they in fact own all of the animals, and because they own all of the animals, they have to take care of them as property, and then they have to control all of the waste products of the animal, including all of the droppings, all of the fur. So in an aquatic environment with their flamingos, that's like every drop of water in the pond is their bio waste product. So
I found a note.
did we get left a note?
Someone wrote a note. Okay, hold on.
Read. How mysterious.
I turned the TV on because I wanted to show you that I can fall asleep with the TV on.
Unacceptable. You go for the
P.S. I will fall asleep at like 10 p.m. P.S.S. Good night. Love you.
Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Put a stop to this. She thinks she could just write us a note, and then that means she could just do whatever she wants. This is incredible. Read. I told her just put on Spotify and listen to some music to go to sleep. She says okay, and then she writes us this note. Great penmanship. I turned on the TV because I wanted to show you that I could fall asleep while watching the TV.
That's enough.
Now, she always wants me, every time she brings something, it's like, can I show this? She's like, yes. She's like, she's very open. I think I'll know when to draw the line. If there's something embarrassing, I'm not going to embarrass her or anything. Good night, love you. Clever, but unacceptable. When I was little, my stepdad always made me write contracts with things. Yeah, the conversation they had about me in private concert level must have been funny. I'm sure that's always the case when I'm out there with. I'm that weirdo at the park with a jar, anyways. And they're always like, I'm sure people are like, every once in a while, someone gets the courage to ask me. I think that was a gastro trick. Oh no! Oh, hello. Damn near looks like we're in Darkfield out here. What is that? Rotifer, actually, I think. And she's gone. I'll stop chasing. Anyway, every once in a while, someone works up the courage to ask me what I'm doing as I'm, I squat down at the side of the lake with my backpack and I rifle through and I pull out big jars and a turkey baster and I'm peering down into the shallow water of the lake. Like, a lot of people stop and look. Very few people talk to me. I wonder why. Pikey. That's a good theory, possibly. Oh, I didn't read Cornix. I send dry samples from the US to the UK and Canada, and I just label them geological sample, no monetary value. Oh, is that to deter any kind of extra theft and or inspection that could damage the sample or contaminate it in any way? You'd be like, this just don't go away. It's literally just rocks. Oh, to deter taxes too. Yeah, that makes sense. They're always going to want to know if they can get a cut of anything going over a border. Alright, I just switched to Darkfield because it lets us get a better look at some of the structure inside of this. So, sort of like sandy, silty stuff is actually a really interesting aggregate of a lot of different things. Parm, come on, sir.
It's Norman.
Oh, Norman. Well, he can't coax him. So we'll use our trusty flashlight here to cast a really oblique light source, and look at that light up. I love that moment when you get a nice close oblique light source on this Darkfield sample. Pops everything out. So let's cruise around a little bit. I'm holding this with my hand. I hope you guys appreciate that. This is, I don't have any special equipment for this. This is an acrobatic situation. Babe, can you do me a favor, actually? I've never given this perspective to the stream. Will you go over and detach the droid cam?
I'm eating cinnamon.
I smell it.
I should have got cinnamon rolls because I love chili and cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is interesting. Y'all might be wondering.
Wait, 1 second.
Thanks. Thank you. You might be wondering what's causing all this stuff to move. Well, some of you probably aren't because there's a lot of smart cookies in chat. But this is a really interesting algae called Oscillatorium. It's not a desmid. It's just a regular algae as far as I know. And, hey, Azure, what's up? Finger guns, welcome. Thanks for popping through. Great. Hold on, let me finish this thought here. Because this algae is trying to move. And so in doing so, it's lodged firmly in the silt here on the left. There's a little lever on the flat part. You can just lift there towards you, fold it up, pops out. Great. Anyways, it's trying to move, but it's just shifting gunk back and forth. But yeah, it's going great, Azure. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I wanted to show everyone. Get a load of this. So I'm going to go to the droid cam, pop it here, and then bring it down because I want, when I'm doing this, I'm using, yeah, maybe this is in the way. Pop it down this over here. So I'm using my pinky finger to move the focus knob down here, and then I'm using my left hand to hold the flashlight in, and then I use my right hand to move the slide around on the stage, and so I can turn the knob, shine my light, move the slide around like that much, and it's quite a juggling act, but I love it. Makes things fun. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Oh, it's a cyanobacterium. It is a cyanobacterium.
Norman, get away from my toast!
Oh my god, that little shitbird. Trying to eat some toast. Ooh, what's this purple thing? Looking like a little noodle. You're good? Awesome, Azure. Yeah, appreciate you popping in. Thank you.
You want a bite?
I would love a bite. Thank you. Just pop it right there. Give me that.
No.
I don't want to touch it. I've got.
No, I'm just saying. I know how big of a bite you can take. So just.
Well, you're in charge of that with the depth. You just manage the depth. You know I can take a big bite. That cinnamon bread.
Cinnabon cinnamon bread. It's really good.
Wowza. Go back to light field. Alright, we can see diatoms a little better at this stage. Pinularia, naviculum. There's an anemones hiding back here. Most of them are totally dead, because remember, this is the silt. This is all the stuff that's just dropped down to the bottom. No longer has any will to live. There's that oscillatory again. So it is a cyanobacteria. Fascinating. Possibly one of the culprits of the Devil's Gulch mystery that's currently ongoing in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Have you all heard about this? A few weeks ago, a family, a husband, a wife, their young daughter, and a dog found dead on a trail in the Sierra Nevada in a aptly named Devil's Gulch Canyon. It's insane. Nobody knows what happened. There's no sign of foul play, no signs of abuse or trauma. They all just stopped living right there. The dog, too. Remember, the dog, too. Imagine being what I imagine happened is just the next hiker up the trail just found them there. Like, there's no... They weren't missing. Someone just found them dead in the trail. So yeah, I do think it's Pseudonychia. Oh, there goes that rotifer again. Neat. Really rare. But I've gone and played in a lot of those canyons up in the Sierra Nevada, up in like Washington and like the Yuba River South Fork. There's a lot of really steep canyons up in there. And this was long before I was into microbiology, but I learned now, like looking back and remembering it, it's like those were huge blooms of these algae. And it's been a very hot, dry summer. So you've got like very small pools. That's what you get left in these canyons, is just these isolated little sections where you could have a tight pool where there's just an abundance of this algae. Really rare, really wild. Constantly about watch more murder docuseries than ever before in the last 6 months. I'm steeped in that stuff. If you ever want to talk about it, I mean, I don't have an unhealthy relationship with it, but people might think so because
these bitches are, look at them. This is fucking, they're the queens of glamping.
Oh, they're glamping right now? It looks like the tented British Bakeout. British Bakeout. Look. This is my display set. We got mugshot, just a collection of mugshots for the coffee table. Love that. Love that. I've got an encyclopedia of true crime here. Got to keep up. This is just a nice little brief snapshot of a lot of, Harold Shipman, Adolf Hitler's in there. I mean, they cover it from Shipman to Hitler. It's all in there. We've got an encyclopedia of just serial killers, which is really great. And this one is not limited to American serial killers. You got Andre Chikatilo in there. You've got the Yorkshire Ripper. You've got what was that guy? Keith Rainier. Keith Rainier, wasn't he British? Yeah. And then we also got over here just another little anthology of serial killer stories. But then one of my favorites right here is the last book on the left. It's awesome. It's great. It's a really awesome collection of these guys with amazing artwork. I love Last Podcast on the Left because they have really ethical coverage of true crime. They don't fetishize, they don't glamorize, they really rip into these guys and show what a bunch of fucking losers these people are for having to do these horrible things to people. Yeah, If I'm toast. Possibly so. But no, oh, Norman. Okay, sir. You almost knocked my whole slide off of the thing. Get up there.
What a sweet boy.
Normie. I can't believe you've done this. Anyway, I like to learn about this stuff because it's going to help me from getting killed. Oh, man, he ran all my stuff together. I live in a city too where we've had quite a few top tier killers roaming and murdering right here where I live. So it behooves me to know how they work and the way the deranged human mind operates and the way that predators seek their prey. That's going to help me keep me and my family alive. Seattle? Yeah. Right. Well, I come from the streets of Richard Chase and the East Area rapists, so watch out. Dark City. Ooh, crime scene photography from Los Angeles. Yeah, Pikey, it can be scary when you have to face that, but I don't know. It doesn't suit me to turn away from it too much. Whenever my wife and I are in a hotel, you know what we're watching? Forensic Files. I don't know how Forensic Files is always on the television anytime we're in a hotel. Do they get a special network just for Forensic Files? How does that work? There's never Forensic Files just on my TV at home. It's just only at the hotel, and it's always on. You can always watch Forensic Files in the hotel. What is going on? What is that? Arrow, you're correct. It's not that high. In the United States, it's higher than normal, but we have a unique social disease that I'm not equipped to solve or possibly even summarize. But if you know, you know. The wild way the police between jurisdictions happens doesn't. Oh yeah, exactly. That's one of the core issues, but also there's more deeper issues with policing that have enabled so much of these things to go on far longer than they ever should. Right now, there's a really good podcast you should listen to called Someplace Underneath. Kind of a funny name, but it's these two wonderful ladies. They do mainly focus on missing women and exposing trafficking rings and breaking stories and that kind of stuff. Look up Someplace Underneath on Spotify. They're doing a series right now in the 23 Pipeline, which is a current chain of missing people's cases that are all connected in central Ohio. So really good series, and they're on the Last Podcast Network, so they're a part of the whole family of people that do a lot of really interesting podcasts and journalism and edutainment. Rob calls HLN a horrible life network. Yeah, that's good. That's fun, Arrow, yes. There's always somebody, everyone always knows somebody who's just has way too much Forensic Files. But hey, it keeps you alive. 4 diatoms right here. I think 3 different varieties. They're all hiding in the muck. Let's get another slide going. I'm going to leave that up, and we'll talk about true crime while I do that. How's that? Pretty comfy, I think. Ridgway got away for so long because sex workers are marginalized. Ridgway, yeah, Gary Ridgway, BTK, Ted Bundy, and then 1,000 unnamed and uncaught and unapprehended killers who to this day are still taking advantage of and trafficking mostly women with substance abuse problems who are struggling with some kind of substance abuse addiction or whatever, and they're being, disappeared. I was talking about this, but I can never say his name. Konorak something. I can't fucking say it. I'm so sorry. I think it's a Laotian name, and I can't fucking say it. His name is Konorak. He got away from Jeffrey Dahmer, and the cops gave him back. It's one of my favorite stories to remind people that the authority figures are just people. They don't always know what's right and wrong. Human trafficking is crazy. Oh yeah, and there's, yeah. You say human trafficking, most people think sex crimes, and that's a large and huge problem with human trafficking. But there's also just work trafficking, where people get sent overseas or anywhere far from home, and their passports are, fuck, this jar stinks. It's making me hot. I'm hot. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Better now. I'm not ready to get in there yet. I'm not ready to get in that one. Holy shit. That was intense. Look at this tank top though. I love it. Good idea, Konix. I actually have some peppermint lip balm right here, and that's just gonna... Oh, yeah. Pretty good. You know what I love is the smell of lavender, and just taking the flowers and just like rolling them up, and I could literally just shove them up my nostril, and it's not enough lavender. This one's got a lot of stuff swimming around inside of it. I wonder what we got. Alright, I'm going to take a deep breath just in case this one stinks too. I wasn't ready. I was just breathing normally and I opened that jar and I regretted it. Deeply regretted it. Hey, Wan. What up, buddy? I'm always after dark, baby. I'm the Night Owl show. I think that's one of the reasons why attendance is low, is just because it's late. And the rest of the United States is typically fast asleep at this point. It's midnight. It's 1 a.m. on the eastern seaboard. We need some insomniacs from the eastern seaboard. Help us out over here. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends. One of my samples turned pink, and I'm afraid to open it. You got a little Winogradsky column, or Vinogradsky column. I'm not sure how to say it, but I want to make some of those. All right, I'm gonna open this. Wen, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oops, I forgot to do this. Oh no. Okay, it's a good thing I can hold my breath for a good amount of time at low activity. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do much. I can just sit here and hold this breath for a little while. Suck up some more of this water. Okay, that's gonna be good. Alright, and then just splurge. Alright, okay, I can put the lid back on now. I can put the lid back on this thing now. Ooh. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. on the west. That's where I am, Pike. Pikey, I'm over in the west coast. Woo woo. That's what I'm saying. I need the east coast night owls. The Winogradsky columns don't smell. Cool. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to make them. Alright, say goodbye to this slide. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. It was delightful looking at you. There's nothing on here worth saving. I'm casting it all into the bin. Good riddance, life forms. See you around. You will be processed at the local water treatment facility and then recycled into the municipal water supply. You have mud columns starting from the Potomac River in DC all the way. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, look at, first thing is, look at this beautiful desmid right here. Neat. Pediastrum, I think. Maybe Pediastrum. Let's zoom in, because right now we're at 100 times magnification. I'm going to try to take us into 250 and see if we can get it. We're looking at it kind of sidelong, so it's not the best view. Desmids have this beautiful geometry, but they're typically more or less one way. You can look at them on a plane. You know what I'm saying? But let's. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give it a wiggle. Just a gentle micron wiggle. Ready? Ooh, almost. Roll over. Roll over. Just turn the other way. Nope, can't go that way. We gotta go this way. Roll over. Ah! Roll over. Come on. Uh-oh. Nope. It's just stuck. Alright, I won't bother zooming in. It's not going to be good at that angle. That's fine. We'll move on. Over here, I saw a bit. Yep, right there. Those lines there, that's the thoracic limb of a Daphnia. I was like someone lost their fake eyelashes in the soup. But really, it's just somebody's limbs. More Nietzsche. Alright, we got Nietzsche sigmodia. These little swoopy boys. Swoopies. Swoopies. The straight boys are regular Nietzsche. Oh, that didn't sound great. Don't isolate that. Don't do it. No. Oh, hello. Ostracod. Dead one. So fuzzy. Oh, who's moving? Oh. Nietzsche is doing its work. Just cut that scum. That's cute. Kind of neat. So yeah, I think that family, unfortunate family, it was an algae bloom. I mean, what else could it be? You out of here, Norman? You all done? Later, dude. My boy right there. It's my baby. Sir. Oh, there we go. Testudinella. I haven't seen one of these rotifer since last summer, I don't think. This is my first sighting in 2021. I love the Testudinella rotifer. It looks like a little flying saucer. Or like a little turtle. It's like a tiny itty bitty little soft-shelled turtle. It just swims around and munches on stuff. I love the Testudinella. Pretty neat. I think that's what that one is. Or is Testudinella the other guy with the helmet? No, that's Squadinella. We're gonna look it up. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Testudinella. Cool. Feels good to get it right. Especially when you didn't go to college for it. It's nice to be right sometimes. There's more anomalies. Look, this is a great... So, alright, this is cool. I love this. We're actually going to zoom in on this one because this is a fun point to zoom in on because it's neat to look at both the structure of the organism and the structure of light. Oh, it doesn't have the same effect at this magnification. Fascinating. Alright, we'll start looking at the organism then. Anomalies. Anomalies. Lovely little diatom. Still alive. You can see the nucleus and chlorophyll inside. It's kind of got the amber thing going on. Mostly transparent though. I don't know if they run out of chlorophyll or how that works exactly, but hello, 16th. Welcome. We're just appreciating the form and figure of this here anomalies. Do 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 do. anomalies. We're gonna go back to 100 times magnification. How you doing, 16? What's up? Big Cheese! What up, my man? Good to see you. Hello. We're looking at pretty things. This is what I'm talking about right here. So, alright. I know what to do. This is gonna be fun. Smashing. Positively smashing. Yes. Yes. Smashing. I'm going to go here and open up this file here. Okay. All right, Shaw. Okay. So, stay there. I'm going to go here. All right. So, look. We've got our slide, right? And I know I missed that show a lot too. So look, here's our light source, right? And it's shining light up through the slide. We got a hole here. And we're going to zoom in. Pretend that we got this thing. Here's my drop of water on top of the slide. Alright? Water tension has caused the meniscus, which on this slide, this meniscus has damn near horizontal or vertical walls. Looks a lot like this picture does, with that verticality on the meniscus. So, my light is shining up and through. And let's go to a light color. Light is yellow. So my eyeball, my sensor, is up here, right? And we're looking at all the light that is transmitting through my subject and up into the sensor above. Now when I'm moving around and we've moved this slide over, sir, you don't need to do this. She lives here. Thank you, dear. So when I move the slide over, so we're looking at the edge of the bubble like we are here, right? You can see the border right there. Some interesting things start to happen. So we have a lot of this light that we're using is traveling straight up through the sample and into the sensor. But some of the light, now here's we're going to zoom in a little bit. Not all the light's doing that. Some of the light is bouncing off of the inside of the bubble and coming back down and getting scattered out that way into the sample, getting reflected this way off of the other side of the bubble, and then getting scattered back into the sample that way. So there's a lot of interesting stuff happening inside of the bubble with how the light is reflecting off of things. And so what happens then is where under normal conditions we're looking at a sample and we're actually getting all of the light transmitted up and through the sample. For example, here, well away from the edge of the bubble. All of these photons, all of these beams are traveling more or less right up through the sample and right into the detector. But when we come over to the border and view stuff in the light of the meniscus, we get some really interesting effects where we can look at both. That moved. The surface of an organism and the insides. Because, I don't know if this drawing is clear at all, but because we're getting the help of light bouncing off of the sides of the water bubble. When the thing that we're looking at is right there, now it's catching some side light and not just light coming up from the bottom. So you get the best of both worlds. It's pretty cool. Now, we do have a mystery unfolding on screen right now. I don't know what that is. It's moving around, though. Probably a rotifer. It's usually a rotifer. It's eaten something green recently. Can make out that little green mass. Sir, no thank you. Parmesan, so unnecessary. Who are you growling at? Alright, we're gonna go to 250 times. I've seen it move twice now. What are you doing? Come on, baby. Give us something. Looks kind of like a penis. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie about that. Wonder what it is. Well, now it's being boring. Anyone heard of this game, Road 96? Anyone know anything about it? Because I'm pretty excited for it. Looks pretty good to me. Active Nietzsche here. Look at them go. They're working together. They're moving whole piles of schmutz around. Okay, cool. Jeez, you might see some gameplay tonight then. I'm gonna kick over to that here pretty soon. In fact, yeah, might as well do that after this slide. Look at this Nietzsche go. They're just clearing the area out. Even the dead ones provide so much structure and form to the substrate. They're just like there everywhere, forming the aggregate. Ooh. Hey, genuinely Purple. That's you, homie? Look at these Fragillaria ribbons here. Or these two little stacks. Oh boy, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh fuck. That was fucking good. That was so good. Thanks. Thanks for the follow, Purple. Oh. Rip my floor. Don't dance game me. This ain't a shared workspace environment. It's just me and my family. I'm not doing that at the public library. Oh, here's some more pieces of things. We're about to play a game. We're going to go play Road 96, which looks good. Looks real good. I'm looking forward to playing it. So many different diatoms in here. Just looking at all the Nietzscheums. And the pieces of crustaceans lying around. Cornix, you got an early day tomorrow? Sweet. I hear you. I'm going to give a couple shout outs here. Oh, I can't do it there for some reason. Chatterino isn't working. Check out, if you ain't yet, Constababble. Great science communication out of Australia. Actual like television host level, like really good. She's excellent sitcom. Earlier, I shouted out TKF. The Knowledge Fellowship, great, just consortium of smarty pants. And then here's the Microscope Squad. So if you like microscope stuff, check out this is our little small little family of microscope streamers that we're pretty tight with. So check out A Tiny World, although she mostly focuses on her podcast these days. Can't catch her microscope streaming too often on Twitch. Diatom's Attack uses his scanning electron microscope out of Indiana State University. He's a paleolimnologist. Fascinating content. Pacific Plankton is a volunteer at a marine wildlife location here in the Pacific Bay area, and she uses her light microscope and looks at planktons. OpenSet is a math teacher in South Carolina University, I think, and he uses his synth and makes funky music while looking at things in his microscope as well. So great team. Now your question, Porp. These long nail things? Yeah, that's me. These long nail things right there. The skinny ones or the thick ones? Well, they're both the same thing, actually. They're both diatoms, which are... Oh, we'll talk about the skinny ones, yeah. They're called Nichia, which is their... I forget if that's like their family or whatever, but they're diatoms. It's a type of algae, and I'm going to... So diatoms are a cornerstone to life on Earth. They're an algae that produces 30 to 50% of Earth's atmospheric oxygen every single year. They reside in marine, freshwater, terranean, like they exist in all ecosystems all around the world. They're found in glacial ice in the Arctic and in Antarctica. They float in the clouds. They fall in the rain. They're fucking everywhere. Not only do they produce a lot of oxygen for the Earth, they also play an important role in Earth's carbon capture cycle. So they do this by building their own exoskeletons. They're special because they make their exoskeletons out of hydrated silica, which is the same stuff that opal is made out of. Let me shine my light in here, and you can see the diatoms peeking around inside of there. You can see how they shine, how the very side of them has that like pearlescent shine to them. That's because they're hydrated silica exoskeletons, glass houses. So, what that means, yes, there will be a quiz. Glad you're taking notes, Purple. What that means is when they die, they never give up that carbon that they sequestered. So you can see here, this transparent one here. That's a dead diatom. When they die, they keep that atmospheric carbon that they sequestered and that they took from the seawater or from the air, and they lock it away in their bodies for epochs, for eras. Marine diatoms sink to the sea floor and carry that down to the sea floor, where then other layers are deposited upon them. They can be fossilized or ground up by other fish, and they turn into stuff you might have heard of called diatomaceous earth, which is a supplement and a construction component and art component. It's just a very fine dry powder. This one here's got a lot of babies on it. Rock and some kin stuck to the sides. They have a few different means of reproduction, like a lot of organisms at this level do. Oh, fuck, you're gonna fail the quiz. It's okay. I might give you more opportunities to make up for that grade. See me after class. Ooh, cool. Look at that little fucking guy. This little nerd right here, this long skinny one, and you can't quite make it out, but he's got a long tendril sticking out of the front called a flagella. And a lot of times we imagine flagella are used like a snake whip. You know, they use it behind them to like whip and move through the water. But this one, I love this guy because he looks, oh, he's behind this smudge now. But anyway, what they do is they just use their flagella like a little thing up front, and they go like me, and they just like squeech themselves along like this with the front of it doing all the work. It's weird, man. It's weird. You want to play a video game? Oh wait, we didn't look at this one. One more slide to explore real quick. Let's just peek around. What's that? You did. Thank you, Porpo. I'm not the only one. I always figure, and in many cases, the flagella does go behind. Look. Look, I'll show you right now. These dudes, get out of here, VLC. I don't want the update. These dudes, they got a flagella going behind. You can't quite make it out in the footage, but they're doing this because they got a flagella going behind. They actually have another one going around their waist. So these are the only microbes capable of two-axis. They can pitch, yaw, and roll, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they got the flagella in the bottom. But these are pretty big. That other dude was really, really small. So I guess he doesn't have to use his flagella the way that Spore taught us. Fuck you, Bill Gates. Oh, Spore will be a great teaching tool for children in classrooms. I want a game that's going to blend learning Mr. Gates. You're single, right? Sa, dude. Sa, dude. You want to catch some? You want to get a couple briskies? Huh? You can take you out fishing. You ever gone noodling, Mr. Gates? Huh? Slowly turning into Matthew McConaughey. Gonna hit on the richest man in the world. Because I tell you what, when you wake up in the morning, you gotta decide if you're gonna shoot for the moon or if you're gonna sit down in the gutter. I know what I pick every single day. How about you, huh? Mr. Gates? Alright, I'm getting a little bored with it. Alright, no, not bored. That's harsh language. I'm sorry, my little pretties. All right, I think your played out drop of water. The other drop of water at least had a Testudinella for me, a really cool looking rotifer, one of my favorites. You got shit. Nobody send like your 4th grade classroom to me to learn about microbes, or do. They'll have a great time. All right, I've had enough. It's time to play a game. Did I just pick these up at a river? Yeah, so I live near 2 rivers and a lot of little ponds and lakes. So I go to my rivers, I go to my lakes. I've got like 5 jars on my desk right now, and even more all around. Quick. Uh-oh, this is gonna die. Whew. Parmesan. Who's a good boy? Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, yes. Come. Big stretch. Push it up. Oh, yes. Sit. Lay down. Roll over. Good boy. Sit. That's a good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I know there were free feet in that transition. Don't complain to me. Right, you don't know how many times I have like the call of the void looking at those jars, like just chug it. You know you're thirsty. Just fucking, just drink it. Man, it would be good. Alright, let's go play Road 96. This is gonna be cool. This is going to be really cool. I'm excited about this game. River juice. Giardia. I still haven't seen Giardia, which actually I think you can see it. So, all right, let me get audio levels right for you. Test 1, 2. Bring that up a little bit more. Hear the game. Where's the any key?
Hey there. So, you're one of us, aren't you? Mind if I ask you a few questions? Question 1. When you travel, you usually... Yeah, but do you have any? Kidding. So, next question. When you're traveling, do you follow the itinerary or are you more spontaneous? Good to know. And what about politics? What would you do if you disagreed with our country's government?
This is cool. Thanks, Purple. I appreciate the lurk. Yeah, I've been really excited about this too. This is my first look. I'm blind to it. Thanks, buddy. I'll catch you later. I'm gonna play earnestly on my first playthrough. And that is, I'm gonna answer, like, for me, I think. And then later times, I think I'll be more creative with my choices, but... So...
Right on. Oh, one last question. When you watch a movie, you do so to... But you might also watch a movie to...
Oh, I get a ranked choice here.
Thanks. Good to know. And I guess you're like the other runaway teens, trying to flee Petria. It's really dangerous to cross the border. You have to be careful with the people you meet on the way.
I just said I would stay and vote, though.
Don't go fainting on me. But each decision could shape your destiny and Petria's too. Okay, I guess it's time for you to hit the road. I hope you're ready.
June 11th. $1996. What? It's the 90s.
I'm here at our nation's border under National Mountain, the site of the Black Brigade terrorist attack in '86. If you don't remember...
She was there.
Hundreds died that day when a brigade truck carrying explosive devices crashed into the mountain, triggering its peak to collapse. In 2 months, on the same day as the nation's election, in the same spot where I'm standing, the 10-year commemoration honoring the victims will take place.
Give us all your darn money, bitch!
Yeah, all your darn money.
Robbery in progress. All cars in the area respond immediately.
Unit 2 here. On my way. Over.
President Tyrak, the man
It
who
is.
built the border wall behind me.
I think it's just a truck
Protecting our
stop.
nation will be there.
Protecting our nation. Ha!
This event promises to be a solemn moment.
What's up,
and a
Anarchy?
time to celebrate the announcement of our next president.
She's got a trombone.
BS.
Of course, I'll be there live, giving you the real story as it unfolds. This has been GNN Sonia Sanchez reporting live.
They messed up the name of the game. Yeah, maybe they did. Alright. 1,622 miles to the border. This is my first look. It looks great though. Like, I'm excited to play it.
Yo, welcome to my dope ride. Homegirl, driving is a state of mind,
He's got
and I'm on a
coffee
higher
tins on
plane
his
of
feet.
consciousness.
Higher plane of consciousness. What you got going on
hell
here? Are you
no.
war driving? There you Damn. Yeah, Route 69. Okay. Alright, he's like cruising around. Small handmade computer.
Gotta say something, homegirl. Don't be one of those
Why you
weirdo
keep
silent
calling me
writers.
that? Homegirl.
Yeah. Be careful with what you eat. Try to avoid rotting food. But, you know, beggars can't always be choosers and all that. True, true. Dang. I think that's ex-mom. Yeah, she adopted me when I was 4. Then treated me real well. But homie needed to make a change.
Homie needed to make it.
Had to drop her. She told me my
This
bio
kid.
parents were brigades. She knew that, but she never said nothing
Look
for
at the
10
mirror.
years.
That's cool.
Like what, yo? Well, let me know when you figure it out, alright? So, that's why she's ex-mom. And that's why I ran away, and I'm on the road.
Alex? Alex? Help! Please!
Maybe I should. Check the scanner
Talk
at
to your
feet.
mom, bro. Oh. Stole your money, bro. Some music. Sweet.
Alex? Are you there?
Is that it?
Can you hear me? Alex? Come in. Alex? You there? Alex?
She's on every station, bro. Oh, wait a minute, look at the lights.
I need your help.
Right there, yo. What you want, ex-mom?
Oh, thank God.
Ex-mom.
Baby, we got a call. The bank near our home's being robbed. I know things aren't great between us right now, but I need you to do your thing and
Play Road
access
96.
his cameras and tell me what you see.
Yeah. Oh, I can't ask that.
Fine. I'll help you with my super dope tech. But that's the last time, woman.
Thank you, baby.
Big Dog is not a baby.
Big dog.
Gonna need you in the back seat, ASAP. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm in the intel game, yo. Big Brother is watching us, so
He
I'm
is
watching
Big
Big
Brother.
Brother.
Oh, I see. Okay. Excuse me, young sir. I'll just sit back here.
Tweak the antennas to make the image clear, and tell me what you see. Ex-mom, give us a sec. I'm driving, and homegirl is in the back.
You're what?
Yo, chill.
Hey. I'm a homegirl. That's me. I'm homegirl. I'm the homegirl. Looking better.
We see 2 burglars, ex-mom. Male.
Got it. You see any hostages?
Man, I just had it all nice, just the way I wanted it. Bro, your tech is weak. Fucking dork. Come on. Going? No. Let's go back. Again? Nope. No. Let's go back. Alright, back to the first antenna. Third antenna. Whatever you want to call it. Ooh, way worse. Way worse. Alright, nope, that's not it. I'm having flashbacks to my childhood right now. No? Okay. Alright, let's try this one now. Alright. No. Alright, no, not. I know. I saw a TikTok where it's like this woman is being like an old lady talking to her kid, and she's like, back when I was a kid, if you would touch the TV, it would give you a little buzz.
0 hostages, X-Mom.
Good. Anything
Buzz,
else?
buzz. Anything else? Dude, bro, your mom is hella needy. Your mom's a bitch, bro. Why is she so, like, she's a cop, and she's asking her, what, 10-year-old kid to be figuring this shit out? Look at that. I'm so good.
And homegirl says they're kind of dumb.
Oh, I said she's kind of
not
dumb. I
these
said your
guys
mom's
again.
kind of dumb.
Okay. I'll relay all of this. Thank you,
Girl, you suck.
I'm a bit
Ex-mom.
tongue-tied with X-Ma.
Nah, you're right.
Got any advice?
I'm changing my mind. You're clearly not a kid, bro. I'm changing my mind about you.
Say about calling me baby.
Why is he talking
right,
like that to
sorry,
her,
babe.
though?
I mean, Alex.
I don't like that.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, it's
I
fine. You don't
swear.
have to make her worry,
Oh,
but
yeah,
still.
I know. You're basically an adult.
I guess.
Yeah. Look, I gotta go.
Alex,
Yeah?
No.
you know I love you,
Cut
right?
it off, bro.
Yeah. I know.
Bye, ex-mom.
Bye, X-Mom. Sorry you had to see that, homegirl.
It's alright, homeboy. Home guy. Let's put this tape in I found. Cool, cool. Stranger Things vibes. Let's see. I guess you're being harsh on her. I said woman to my...
Maybe
I
am being
know.
rough on
He
her.
said woman to her like that.
Life, it's complicated. Especially when you're 14 and
You
a
don't need kids
genius.
anymore, yeah. 14.
Anyway,
Alright. Not 10.
thanks for helping me and ex-ma back there.
I can't say that. I can't. I didn't choose the right path. This is going to be a
Look at
fun
us,
one with
two
replay value,
teenagers
y'all.
on the road
It's going to
of
be good.
life.
I'm a teenager too. Two fly homies. This is cool. I feel like kid on the road. Let's go. 18% on Alex. What's that mean? Slap through different nationality. Yeah. It's a fictional country. It's kind of like a pseudo-America, though. Uh-oh, I'm not doing so hot. This isn't good. This is how people get trafficked. You think Alex drugged me?
Here.
Oh fuck, it's a cop.
Looks like one of the kids on the posters. Let's take her in.
Oh no, I'm on a poster? That's never good. You don't want to be on a poster unless you're a rock star.
You've been arrested. No one said it would be easy to reach the border, let alone cross it. But for one journey that ends,
Is the game over already?
others are only beginning.
Did I just lose? I lost already. Did I lose already? What's going on? This is great. Yeah. No, wait. Episode 2. Got arrested. Election day is coming. I'm loving this vibe right now. This feeling is really mysterious.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonia Show.
It's June 12th now.
Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. Surprisingly, it does appear Flores has some supporters. Probably members
learning
of
it.
the brigades. As you know, The Sonia
there was
show
no intro
is very
cutscene.
concerned about our youth.
Like,
who
you joined
continue
right as
to
the game started, too.
mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's missing teen report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the
Wait.
Sonia hotline.
Age 17, money, energy. Oh. 20.
Take a good hard look.
Oh, this is like a character select, I guess. I want to choose the energetic and wealthy 14-year-old
We count on
walking
your
along the
support.
road. Yeah, your confusion is appropriate. I'm as confused as
And
you are.
that has been the Sonia show.
This fucking music is slapping too in this game. $16. Rich as fuck, babe. Go vote. The Night Skies Campground. I can vandalize Flores, but missing teens. If you have any information regarding the brigade radio transmitter. Oh, I see. Flores for change. Or Tyrak to keep Petria safe. And I like change. Let's vandalize. Tyrak sucks. Sensitivity is kind of low. Yeah. That's better.
You're gonna vote, right? Oh, okay, good. You know, that's another reason Tyrak sends you teens, you know where. So that your vote can't be heard.
Huh?
That's Mr. Bottles.
Music is nice.
Don't be fooled. Dude is a wild man.
I pet the kitty. Can I talk to you some more? You're nice. Just... Why is it like this here? Happiest trailer park I've ever seen in my life.
Get your tapes and snacks here.
My what?
Tapes and snacks.
Oh.
Music goes well with the road. It's like the perfect complement to
Well, I only
being
have
on a road trip.
$16. Yeah, I am running away to fictional Canada. I bet I can find to rust up some money at this trailer park. Oh. Got any change? Oh.
You're one of them, huh? Sorry, kid. I got nothing.
Flores posters all over the ground. They're really coming after these these trailer park votes. It's a battleground state. I'm seeing this overhead
Just
path
give me
here.
the money and I won't call the cops.
Call the who? You better
I got
not.
stabbed here 2 days ago, and they never came.
Yeah.
The cops aren't gonna show for this.
She's cool.
I don't have time for this.
You look like a
Mitch
cop.
stole from me and
I didn't do it.
You look like a cop.
she stole money from my office, then tried to pay our rent with it.
I don't need your money, man.
Who the hell are you?
She didn't do it.
Some kind of teen superhero?
I'm a teenager, so I'm gonna be like, yeah, Just leave her alone,
You
okay?
teens, I don't need the hassle. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you rent to teenagers. So you're an
You
idiot.
didn't have to do that, you know. I was handling it.
Oh, I know you were.
Well, thanks.
It's fine.
I guess.
You're
Anyway,
cool.
welcome to the Night Skies Campground.
Thanks. Is that
If
you
you
playing
like
that?
crappy trailers, this place is the best.
Yeah, okay.
To look at the stars?
He
I know.
does.
I know, it's
He
cheesy.
does.
There's some cardboard around here. Near Dancing Carl.
You're dancing, Carl.
He's like this guy who's weirdly competitive about dancing.
You're supposed to
You'll
sleep
know when you meet
on
him.
some cardboard and you're dancing, Carl.
Yeah, see you around,
That's-
I guess.
And I'm a teen
Hey,
girl.
don't become roadkill out there, okay?
Okay. Well, I blew all my money on a snack. How do I eat it? I don't know how do I eat my food?
This is 191.9, the voice of the brigade.
Oh, it's the
This is your
brigades.
Papa Baby here. With the upcoming fraud of an election, more and more countries are calling for the resignation of Tyrak. But will he step down? Of course not. Which is why, dear listeners, we must resist this man and his government as much as we can. And now, here's a tune from a fresh new band. Remember, Papa Baby loves you.
You left the radio outside, Denny. Turn it off before you get us arrested.
Oh dear. Looks like you vandalized that Tyrak poster too, right next to your radio too. Oh. Ooh. Okay, there's a shed with a code. I like that. I'm loving this. I'm like a pig in shit. I love these kind of games.
Hey, you got any money?
Oh, I was gonna ask you the same thing. No.
Oh, well, hope you reached the border and all that.
Should have said yes and see what he. Just be a liar. That's the dancing man. Oh. Oh. Yo. Wow. Wow. Get it. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Look at him just all by himself over here. Dancing for no one. What a legend. Alright, and then there's this guy I'm supposed to sleep next to. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna... Wait, what is... Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll come back. I'm gonna just weigh my options. Okay. Can I get up? No, it doesn't look like it can.
You look lost.
Huh?
If you want to rent a trailer, go up the stairs to my right and talk to the owner.
No.
Otherwise, find the dancing guy. There's cardboard near him.
Oh, precious cardboard. Thanks. Fuck. I like how they did this. They put in the stairs and the ramp that they probably built initially, and then they added in the afterthought ramp that put in the desired path after everyone wore this down anyways. This is, I feel like, is just intelligent game design. Alright, what do we got here? $6 soda. Ooh, Tyrak has to fucking go. $6 water, $6 granola. Tyrak has to go. This is his fault.
What do you want?
Whoa.
I got trailers here. Trailers you can sleep in. If you got the dough.
I hate this guy. I feel like he's... Oh, wait, what? 4166? Thank you. Excuse me.
You don't know where you're going, do you?
No, I know where I'm going, Zoe. Shut up. Leave me alone. You're not helpful. She thinks she's helpful, but she's not. Oh, wait, I'm a little confused. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Excuse me. Just gonna... Thank you. Alright. What do we got in here? Is this just someone's like... This looks like a teenager's clubhouse. Oh wait. They're canvassing. Bloody canvassers. $45 fucking dollars, y'all. I'm a rich ass 14-year-old now. This is landlord money we just stole. Alright, let's get out of here. Can I like rearm this? I don't want it to look like I was in here. I think it's too obvious right now. That's fine. Alright, well I got $45. Now I could buy...
You don't know where you're going.
I really don't want to sleep on the cardboard next to Dancing Man. I could get a trailer.
Feel free to join if you can hang. No one can really dance with me. I'm on another level. So knock yourself out. See what I mean about not being able to dance with me?
That was cool. I don't want either of them to tell me to go sleep on this. You. Give me some money.
Sorry, kid. Spend it on the booze.
He's on an extremely different level. I can't compete with Carl. Alright. I feel like...
You don't know where you're going, do you?
Of course I do.
If you want to rent a trailer, go up the stairs to my
Alright.
right. And talk to...
Let's just see how much a trailer is.
You said you'd give me another week.
Wait, what? Another week. Stairs to... Oh, her right. Huh.
You don't know where you're going, do you?
Shut up. I don't want to pay this man. I hate him. But I did just rob him.
I'm right here. I got trailers here. Trailers you can sleep in. If you got the dough.
Yeah, but I might get, like, I'm a teen girl. I don't really want to sleep on a cardboard next to Dancing Carl and some random drunk dude. You know what I'm saying? I just earned $45. I'm sure there's a $25 sleep and a $50 sleep. I can get a $25 sleep and still be so much richer than I was.
Let me show you
I'll buy a
to your
$25
spacious
sleep. Let's do it.
I've been kept inside so long. I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore. So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend.
Hey, hey,
Zoe.
hey, wake up. Come hang out with me.
What? You fucking what, Zoe? I'm trying to sleep. Come hang out.
Up here.
Okay. Wow, what a manic pixie dream girl. You got a little fire?
Sit with me.
Okay. Wow, this is great.
You don't have any marshmallows, do you?
This game is awesome.
I ask everyone that.
Oh, everyone? What do you mean? What happened to the rest of
It's
them?
nice
What
to
do you
have
mean,
someone
everyone?
normal around here.
Hang on. What does she mean? Yeah, she just wasted my $25 sleep. Look at her boots, though. Look at those custom docks, y'all. Come on.
I left home at the start of the summer. I wanted to get out of Petria. Like you, I think. My dad thinks I'm on a big road trip. Truth is, I'm never going back home again. To have a normal life? My dad says I'm lucky because I have a privileged life here. But that life disgusts me, especially now that I know.
No.
Never mind.
No. Alright, fine.
Sometimes, yeah. But what scares me the most is going back to my old life.
Sorry, I just keep
But
the
enough about
tattoo.
all that. Hey, why don't we play a little music?
Yeah. Sweet. I can play a slide trombone.
Let's play Bella Ciao. I used to play this
Okay.
all the time.
We're gonna play it?
You know. Come on, don't be scared.
Shit,
Give it
what?
a shot.
Oh my god. I'm so bad. Are you serious? What the fuck is this game?
What?
Not
What are you doing? You're playing the trombone?
I'm playing. I can't believe I'm playing the trombone in this game. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm so not ready for this. Okay.
I should be recording this.
She's laughing at me.
Okay, faster.
Oh, faster, you fucking bitch. No. This is awesome. Come on, you.
My stomach hurts. All right. Yeah, all right.
It's 3 in the morning! Put that away before I come up there! That's it! Both of you are gone by sunrise! Understand me? And don't come back! Ever!
That was
Oh man, that was great.
Sorry if that was too loud. That was unexpected and outrageous.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take a quick, like a 7-minute break because I gotta make a bed because I just washed our sheets. Y'all, you know what one of the best things in the world is? One of the best things in the whole wide world is when you take a shower and then you wash your bed sheets and then you slide into your clean sheets with your clean body. It's just the best. The absolute best. Enjoy this just scenic, beautiful music. This fucking game is really knocking it out of the park so far. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I'm looking forward to more. I'll be right back. I gotta put some sheets on the bed. Yo, almost done. This fucking cat keeps jumping up on the mattress and like climbing underneath the sheets, little bastard. I did. I made the bed with the cat in it, so he's stuck in there now. I was just thinking about that last kid that we were like, we helped the police and then we got arrested right after. Did anyone else notice that? Like, right after we helped the cops, we got arrested. Just saying.
Nah, don't sweat it. I was gonna leave anyway. But
Got this
I'm
poor
just
girl
sorry
kicked
for
out.
you.
Zoe's really nice.
That's sweet, but I think I need to travel on my own. It's important to me, you know? Thanks for understanding. Well, we should probably start
I wish there
packing.
was more
huh?
dessert.
Good luck out there. Oh,
You didn't have enough
this is for
dessert?
you to remember this moment.
What you gonna give me? Oh, I got a tape. It's great. It's like a 90. It's set in 1996, and it's like a 90s road trip. You're like this teenager trying to escape from this kind of like troubled nation, and like you're running into all these different characters along the road. And listen to the sound. Like the music and the sound is so nice. This is just like the background music for this scene. Really pleasant.
Okay.
It's cool. I'm really enjoying it.
I'll be careful.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I wish there was more dessert. You heard me. Well, let's see. I can afford a taxi. What do you say? Do we hitch a ride or do we call a taxi? I've got the money. I'm a 14-year-old girl. Although, like, a lot of teenagers seem comfortable just, like, hitchhiking in Petria. I'm not taking the bus, though. Maybe I should take the bus. Let's do a middle of the ground. Let's take a bus. I'm gonna take a bus. So I don't know how to get to like my inventory to eat and stuff. Like I bought that snack. This is a bus. Oh, this is a very small
Unit
bus.
2 to Central. Come in.
What? What happened?
I'm not a bad person.
That's enough. What are you looking at, kid? Ha! Yeah, right.
Alright, Fanny.
I'm not really in the mood for a chat. But fine. Go ahead. Of course I have thoughts. Not really. Sorry.
The cops are using the bus to transport this this
Your preferred candidate's
teenager.
been noted, kid. Unit 2 to Central. Come in. Unit 2 to Central.
What?
You gotta help me.
Yeah, I'm a teenager. I don't know.
She's taking me to the pits.
Pits? Doesn't sound good.
Turn around. And you. Stay out of this. Kid, what did I say? Mind your own business.
They're gonna send me to the pits to mine. I'll never see my family again.
Of course he'll see his family. And remind me why I'm telling you this?
Then why the missing teen posters?
That's just brigade misinformation, is all.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Huh? Believe what?
That the teen work camp doesn't exist.
Ooh, a tension
Ma'am,
meter.
now's not the time for a discussion. I'm just doing my job.
We should. You don't seem like a bad person, officer. Just confused.
Confused? Ha! You liberals crack me up. Look, this is official police business. My car broke down, okay?
I hate to say it, but they are. They absolutely are.
I'm nobody's puppet. Look, I've heard the stories too, but they're false. Fake news.
Fake news.
I'm a mother. I'd never send a kid to a place like that.
Not intentionally, I know. But you are. What did you arrest this kid for?
Look, I'm not gonna... He was trying to cross the border, okay?
Oh my god.
Well, he's gonna end up, you know where. Whether you think they exist or not.
That's enough, sir. Now, both of
What?
you, please turn around. You're starting to irritate me, kid. Know that?
Yeah, kid's right. What authority do you really have?
Yeah.
Unit 2 to Central. Come in. Unit 2 to Central. Where are they?
And in the confusion, I stole a mixtape.
Kid! Citizens should be able to arrest cops. You know
My
that? To keep them
crime
honest.
of the century is
Can't believe I'm
complete.
hearing this. Can we pretend you never arrested me?
Quiet back there! Actually, it's a good idea. Does anyone know you've arrested him?
No, but now that's enough from everyone.
What if I just suddenly turn? Leave her alone.
Just get off at the next stop. That's all you have to do.
I'm not gonna say it again!
Fire mixtape. She is about to grab a gun.
Unit 2 to Central. Come in! Unit 2 to Central. Stop telling me what to do! All of you!
What's going on here? You woke me up.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, whoa.
Knew it. I fucking knew it.
You've crossed the line!
Me? I guess maybe I did.
Central. Everything okay? Over?
Ooh, money.
You can still do the right thing. Don't tell them about the kid.
Unit 2, are you there?
Unit 2 here. I'm gonna need assistance transferring a prisoner. Over.
Ah.
You monster.
Stop the bus now! Unit 2, I need a car to pick me up.
Shouldn't have said you do the right thing, huh?
We tried.
Oh, she didn't arrest me though.
At least we tried.
I feel like the vibe in here is off now. Yeah. That didn't go well. Alright, Fanny. Is that my hunger? Thought I already got off the bus. What? Literally unplayable. Mic physics. Oh shit. It's a Tyrant rally. Tyrak. Jerry's around. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, we all know the plan, right?
Yes. Totally. Let's do this. Guys, is it me? Or is that kid over there listening to us?
Nothing to see here, kid.
Of course.
Get lost, kid.
Yeah. I'm stuck. Oh, I can't go into the road. Alright then, I was just gonna try to get lost and like... You're not gonna talk to me? I know I'm just a kid, but I feel like you guys aren't ready for this.
Where is he, Sonia?
It's her.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I insulted him one time too many.
Look, find someone to film this, and now. You know how important this is to him.
Where am I gonna find a loser to...
It's Sonia.
Hey, you there! It's your lucky day. Sonia has a job for you. Perfect! Then you're my new camera operator. Now
Cool.
get behind the camera. Time to make some effing magic.
Some what kind of magic? Hold up, I need something. For Kardashian. Where'd my Takis go?
The basket. It puts the Takis in the basket.
Oh. They were just like down underneath in the basket. It puts the Takis 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 in the basket. I love Takis. It's my guilty pleasure. Love them. Nope. Wait. Can't. Alright, let's talk to this lady.
This is just a little puff piece on the pump, Cuddle Muffin. Nothing to it. We have a second you wanna, like, talk to me. Like, get my take on something important.
Yeah.
Just that Tyrak puts them there to catch teens on the run.
Why is there so many teens running away? I'm playing a political run-through. I'm trying to be political.
Flores isn't gonna do a thing because she ain't gonna win.
Oh no.
Okay, let's go. We'll start with the intro.
This is rigged.
Oh, this is good with the billboard behind me. How do I look? Wait, I know. Amazing. Yeah, just like that. 3, 2, 1. Sonia here, reporting live from the site of Petria's newest oil pump, where the Minister of Oil is moments away from a speech. The new pump from President Tyrak.
Unless it's for like a Chick-fil-A versus a Taco Bell.
Our already rich nation. And cut. Oh my God, we effing destroyed that. We ain't done. But take this.
Ooh, a lucky star.
I knew you'd like it. It's a lucky charm. Help me. Maybe it'll help you too.
Cool. No, they're not. And as soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong. It's not. They're not.
When he talks about President Tyrak. And boo when he talks about Senator Flores. Got it? That's what I like to hear, Chunky Wonky.
I wasn't.
Okay,
Wait.
he's approaching the podium. Film him.
This lighting gives some clown appearances.
The opening of this pump.
Don't forget to take some close-ups.
I'm doing
And
it.
what a beautiful and strong pump it
Thank
is. like our nation, like our president. Speaking of our president, let us cheer him to show our appreciation.
Boo!
Morris believes we should abandon fossil fuels and take away your jobs. What do you, the hardworking people of Petria, think of Lupe Flores?
We like her. Take my job.
Don't you F with my career,
I'm
dumpling.
gonna fucking ruin your career.
There's been a lot of talk of a brigade uprising. But am I worried? No. I've even let my teen daughter embark on a road trip. President Tyrak will keep our nation safe.
You're what?
Praise President Tyrak! Excuse me?
Stop that, kid!
Boo.
With that.
Tyrak is a liar! Teens are being imprisoned every day!
Tyrak is a fascist dictator!
Yeah.
Vote for Flores! Save our country!
Stop them! Now!
Run!
Yes, babe? Is that a Grogu ear? Looks good.
Okay, now make another one.
Now do it again. She's making a hat for a baby with a little baby Yoda ears on it.
I'm here, Sonia.
Oh no, we definitely don't do stories like that.
Too late. I did it. I did it. I filmed the police brutality, y'all.
Well, it's about time to drive off in my limo.
What a line that is, too.
Good journalists do when they finish a story.
Wow. I'm glad I filmed the police brutality, though.
Look, to sum it up, your intro wasn't half bad. But you completely effed up filming the Minister of Oil. And that almost got Sonia fired. Bad team. Bad.
I'm not
Guess
at
what
all
I'm
sorry.
trying to say is, hope I never see you again. Adam!
Eat a dick.
Let's roll!
I'm going full rebellion now. Oh, you piece of shit. I want to fucking get you. Is there like any stuff I can throw in the road? No, she didn't ask me to get in the limo. She wanted to never see me again. No. Guess we could hitchhike. Let's take our chances. Yeah, exactly. What kind of reporter rides in a limo? What, nothing happened? I didn't get nobody? I ain't got nobody. Just not a lot of people driving past, I guess. Alright. Call a cab? Nah. Try again. Sounds like a little jingle. No one wants to pick me up. Couldn't possibly be that threatening. Oh, I can call home?
Yeah?
I told you never to call, didn't I? You betrayed your family.
Oh, fuck you, Dad. God damn it. Wait, look at what sign? They're looking for information on the broadcast, right? This one? Yeah, they want $1,000 for any information on the brigade radio transmitter. Alright, well, one last chance to hitchhike before I go walking down the road. Yeah, it's about time. This is it. Very frustrating. Yep, let's do it. I need to eat. Oh yeah. I went back not too long ago and replayed Morrowind. Legend. Legendary game.
Get your tapes and snacks here. Tapes and snacks.
I don't know who that kid is, but I appreciate his hustle. I love Morrowind. Almost more than sweet. Almost more than Oblivion. Oblivion was great too. I enjoyed the class building for Morrowind a lot more than Oblivion. All the different custom classes you can make. It's great.
What can I do for you, kid? Yeah, CNRC, run. Got it?
CNRC, run. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Henry Denton, you're mine. Got a credit card. Wait, Henry Denton. We're gonna need his PIN.
What? Get out of here.
Can't say anything else to you?
Don't get into a car with just anybody.
Me too. But only one of us can win.
It's him.
The other must be sacrificed to the gods of Paul.
I thought I recognized that van.
First to 3 wins.
Yeah, true.
Isn't it the most...
Oh, I'm supposed to be using this. Ah, you piece of shit. Alright, you fucking dead to me. Fucking dead to me, bro. Uh-oh, watch out. Look at that.
Score against me? Oh, hell no.
Too steep for you. Ready? Let's do this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Didn't expect to go in that hot out of the gate, huh? 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 What about this? Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Am I a Pong master? You didn't see that coming? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh! I overshot it. I'm gonna shit talk him after this too, don't worry. But I gotta win first. I gotta win before I destroy this kid emotionally. Bam. Your mom's a fucking pig, Alex.
No one's
Your mom's a
ever beaten me.
pig.
I'm gonna need a minute to process this.
I can understand that.
Defeat's hard to swallow.
A kid's dad was a pig,
Luckily,
yeah.
burglars
Hey,
aren't. I make games, by the way.
true.
I've even sold some to this diner. But they screw me out of my rightful cut.
Really?
Yeah, they'll get theirs. Don't worry. I don't want to escape myself. But I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a girl who crossed using some secret tunnels at the border. Doesn't matter because she's never gonna win. Tyrek ain't gonna let it happen. I just
Tyrak's
had an
going
idea.
down.
Time to take what's mine. Come on.
Alright, we're gonna just take what's yours. Bro, you better not ruin my chance to get into that room. You're gonna ruin my chance to order food too? Dude, that would be really interesting too, what you're saying there, for sure.
The job's simple. There's a room in the back where they keep their cash. I should be able to hack in. Exactly, homegirl. Come on.
Yeah, he might be. But I don't know it. I'm a different 14-year-old
This
kid.
digicode is from the age of the dinosaurs. Nah, homegirl. But I got some tech to use on it. One day, scientists gonna study my brain. Boom! What'd I tell you?
Move.
Oh man, door closed behind us. Gonna
Uh-oh.
re-trigger the digilock.
He doesn't need to know that we found this.
Now, let's look for the dough.
Brigades responsible for attack. All signs point to the terroristic
Lot of stuff
organization
in
Black
here.
Brigades for being
And it
responsible for the
smells.
attack of the
Ugh,
wall.
Adults.
The white truck going to Conway Stanford.
Check the drawers.
33, unknown
And
member
the
of
safe
radical
too.
organization.
Duh.
Man, I can't pick or break the locks on these things. Check the code. What do you mean? Dude, I know this music is so solid. 33. 1186 maybe? Nah. $1992. Yeah, and maybe if I could get through one of these.
Hold up. There's an article here on the attack.
Thomas Lee Carson.
I'm talking now.
CW. Alright, you got it. Month, day, last three. Let's see. I already tried that, but the attack was on. Wait, the September 11th. It wasn't on September 11th, though, was it?
Bodies of certain brigades believed to be at the wall were never found. No way. My bio parents might still be alive. Use my tech. This article is important to me for personal reasons.
Sweet. I love a hacking minigame. Oh. No minigame. Welcome back, Anarchy. He gave me his hacking tools. Oh, fuck.
I hear someone coming! Hide! Shh! Be hella quiet!
He said hella, that's funny.
Shh! We'll be fine. Don't worry.
Al, have you been in the back room lately? Looks different, like someone's been back here. Yeah, I'll check. Just give me a second.
He is, yeah.
Bad news. It's empty. Okay, I'll sit tight. Uh-huh. Okay, bye.
Oh, no, 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 no!
A bit loud, Alex.
Who's in there?
Oh, wow, you really fucking did it.
Hold on, just whatever you took, give it back. It's your lucky day, kid. Get out of here before I change my mind.
Oh, you're not even gonna search me? Sweet. Nice. What? Let's see here. Yeah, you can pick the development team for this game. I bet. I don't know if I can't get in. I didn't take anyone's keys. Well, this is a good time to stop, actually. We're right here outside the burger restaurant. I haven't gone inside to eat anything yet. I wonder if I still can, even after I've robbed the place blind. Because I've got money now. We didn't have to figure out Harvey Dent's pin. $10 for food? Alright, well. We'll pick back up here when next time we play. We got more strangers to harass. Yeah, we gotta figure out this pin for this dude's bank account. I don't know how to like check my inventory or anything either. So, anyway. Look. Awesome game. That is an awesome, awesome game. Let's exit to main menu. I don't know when it saves. Oh well, we'll figure it out. As for the raid, let's go get Fractal Mind Mike.
The first time I tried to quit vaping, I told
Programming
myself
game engine
that
from
it was like a
scratch.
mountain that I had to climb.
We're gonna raid Fractal Mind
Once I got to
Mike
the other side, it would be clear.
in science and
But I couldn't make it
technology.
over. What really got me to quit
everybody,
was my little sister.
thank you so much for a lovely evening. Sorry for the ad playing. Appreciate y'all, of course. Oh, get out of here. Appreciate y'all, every single one. You are all scholars and gentle folks. And Fractal Mind. Oh, he's doing some coding. Oh, Seek. What's up, buddy? He's making a game, so cool. That's alright. I love a lurkers. You know how I feel about lurkers. All the love for the lurkers. Raid. Fractal Mind Mike. Listen up, PogChamps. We'll see you on Friday. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Toodaloo. Darcy, you can't do that at night. Good night. See you next time. Here's the raid. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Peace.